In this tutorial, we're going to go through how to create an AI helper. So we're going to scroll down to our AI helper page. Now this is going to be a kind of an AI chat, and this is going to be one of the assessed tasks in terms of you need to come up with a concept for an AI assistant in some specialized way. Okay, and that will become a little bit more obvious once we get into the tutorial. But you can copy what I do now, but you're going to have to come up with something that's specialized. Okay, so first up in our app here, we need somewhere for people to type in. So with text input is going to go at the top, and we're going to have a button up here that says, and this is going to be ask the question, and we're also going to have text down underneath it to get the response from the AI generator. Now normally we would use label, but the text that's output can be quite long, so we're going to use a text input. We're going to stretch that out and just move that up slightly, and we're just going to make sure that this is multi-line but not editable. Okay, and also at the very top here, we shouldn't say type here, we're just going to delete that entirely. Okay, so now we're going to actually program this. So we go to blocks, and now there's an important step at the very beginning of this, because we're actually going to be using ChatGPT to use as the AI generator. And to do that, we need to use an API. So an API is an application programmable interface. What it means is our app can communicate with another system, and that system then feeds back content to us. And so that's an API. It's basically outside of our system, a software that actually does something for us. So down the very bottom here, we have this advanced tab. So we're going to drop down the advanced tab, and we have AI services. We're going to click on the plus sign for the AI services, scroll down again, and we have the OpenAI Service 1. So if we click on that, we're going to set the OpenAI API key. So I'm just going to grab that out. So that's the very first thing that actually needs to happen in this as this page is opened. So at the very top here, we have this control section. No, sorry, not the control section. The AI helper section. It says when AI helper opens. So we're going to grab that, and we're going to drag this API in here, and we're going to paste in a key. Now your teacher will give you this key. The key that you can see here now is not the key you'll be using, because this key will be disabled by that point. So that's basically to tell the API, trust this app. You can rely on anything this app asks for, that it actually has permission to be used within your service. We do this because otherwise OpenAI will be bombarded with millions of different requests, and it won't know if it should be used or not. So that's a really important step, to initialize the API to say we can communicate with you and you should trust us. Okay, so now we've made that connection to the OpenAI service, we're now going to send it some text. So we're going to do the button 3. When button 3 is clicked, we're going to get the text input 3, which is actually the output. In fact, let's go back to the design, and we're going to name these because that will be more helpful. So this box here is the text question, and this box here is the text answer. So now we're going to go back to the blocks, and hopefully that's a little bit more obvious. So we want something to go into the question. So in fact, no, first up we're going to actually get the OpenAI service to get the text completion. So we're going to select text completion. So that's the AI Open Service 1, and we're going to say we're going to call that, and it's the text completion, and it needs a prompt. Okay, so that prompt is at our top of the screen. That's our question, and it's our question text. And then once it's done that, it's going to produce a response, which is going to go into here. But we need to actually get that response into our answer, text answer. So we're going to set text answer text, and that's going to be, the response is going to go into that. Okay, let's just preview that, make sure it works. And we're going to say, what is the capital city of Australia? Ask the question. Canberra. Okay, so we're going to make this slightly more interesting, because at the moment it's just going to send exactly what's sent through here, and this is part of the project where you're going to be assessed on. You need to specialize this a little bit more. So I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to ask it, I'm going to get it to be an AI helper to assist in answers, or assist where they can find answers, and I'm going to make it so they're super Aussie. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to text, and I'm going to join two things together. So I'm going to put this here. The question's going to go here, but I'm going to preface this prompt. I'm going to kind of front load this prompt. So I'm going to say, answer the next question to assist the questioner where they may find the answer, and answer in an Aussie style. Okay, let's see, put code on there. Let's see if this works. Okay, so we can say, what is the capital of Australia? And we're going to click ask the question. Okay, the capital of Australia is Canberra, mate. Okay, so it nearly got there. So it didn't just assist the questioner, but it did do it in an Aussie style. Now you're going to have to come up with something, a different kind of concept. You're going to have to think, what kind of AI questioner, helper, system you can come up with to make it slightly more interesting. I'm just going to get rid of this. Okay, so that is the AI helper. In the next one, we're going to generate images.